Hey guys, we're back talking about Better Call Saul Season 3. Today is episode 302. It was called Witness. Now on one hand, let's get right into the story. That being, Jimmy is kind of given some false hope in this episode. Yeah, he knows he has some conflict with Chuck he's going to have to eventually settle, but for right now things look pretty good. He paints up his new office and things actually look pretty good, and he's getting good business. People like his showmanship, his personality, and his overall sense of care for the people that he's trying to be employed by. That still being elder law. So things are looking good for him, at least for most of this episode, but we see that Chuck, behind the scenes, is planning something pretty nefarious. But in the meantime, we have Mike tracking the mysterious individual that's been tracking him. We know who this is, and this leads to quite a good introduction or reintroduction of one of our favorite characters from this universe. But meanwhile, Jimmy is doing the right thing. He's getting people involved. He knows that this conflict is going to be resolved sometime down the road, but he's getting people involved in his business. He's doing good, and he's going full steam. He even hires Francesca, who we see in later episodes in Breaking Bad, so that's kind of a little fun Easter egg nugget to put in there, but that's what's going on with him. With Mike, however, we are shown Mike's very apt detective abilities once again, and it's shown through a variety of scenes that are entertaining to watch and have that slow burning quality that has really been the identity of Better Call Saul. And going forward, we also see more cameos. Yeah, I won't give away the other cameos that happen, but there is one big one, and we all know who that is. It's Gus. That's right, Gus Fring. The way they do it is in classic Breaking Bad style. He's really teased throughout his scene, his wife encounters, the same way he's kind of teased in Breaking Bad. But we know this time it's a little more ominous. So everything else that comes out of this episode builds up to this conclusion of false hope. It looks like Jimmy's on the right path, doing the right thing with his business, and it looks like Mike is actually cracking down on who's been cracking down on him. But we see that things come to a real halt by the end of the episode. Jimmy gets a bomb dropped on him. He finds out that he was taped, and now there's going to be this big culmination of something that's really going to put Jimmy in a lot of trouble. And meanwhile, Mike is found out, essentially. His piece that he's been tracking the trackers with is found on the road. So this really brings a standstill to both of these characters and leaves their fate in the balance. We know where they're going, but how does this happen? That's what makes it fun, and in this slow burner fashion, we get to enjoy every single dramatic moment of it. Now on to some other things. Yeah, the introduction of Gus is great for one. It's just classic Gus style. He's so affable, forthcoming and personable at Los Pollos Hermanos, and it's just done in a great way, and it's going to be very enjoyable for anybody who is a fan of the series. But let's talk about some other things. There are some magnificent shots in this episode, some of the best that I've seen in the show thus far. The cinematography was absolutely on point, and a lot of that came in Mike's scenes where he's trying to stake out these stalkers of his, and there are some impeccable shots in this. I know I've really raved about the cinematography of Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad for years now, but there were some pretty damn awesome shots in this that I was like, wait a minute, how did they shoot that? And they just have a collection of those moments throughout the series, and it's one of the series' strongest points as it was in Breaking Bad, and it's something that I think people really need to take note of because it really touches on the kinds of dramatic themes and contrasts in style, vision, and scenario. So with that said, I'm going to leave it there, but you guys follow me and comment below on each episode. What do you think is going to happen? Where do these fates that hang in the balance, where do you think they're going to go and pivot in order to get where they end up by the end of Breaking Bad? So until next time guys, thank you for watching, and tune in next week when we review episode 3.